proper. Okay? Hi, everyone. Hi, konnichiwa. Lesson proper. Okay, so let's start sa Nihongo greetings. Okay, so how you greet in Nihongo. Good afternoon, good morning, uh, good good evening, okay? And so on and so forth. Okay, so I have a recorded video and then I'll show you that video and then please listen. Okay, so for questions, kung meron kayong questions during the video watching, okay, during the video presentation, just chat on the chat box and then we'll answer later on after watching the video. Okay, so let's start.
はい、皆さん、こんにちは。今日の授業は、特に挨拶についてですね。この挨拶の言葉は、Okay, so I said, good afternoon, everyone. And then our class for today, it's like, about greetings, okay? So how to say or how to greet in Nihongo. And then these words, okay, I will teach you. These Nihongo words can be used on our daily lives, okay? If it is morning, how to greet good morning, good afternoon, etc. And then also we will learn what are classroom expressions in Nihongo. Okay, though we are not in a classroom setting, but I will teach you. Okay, so, はい、では始めましょう。Okay, I will share my screen now for you to see the list. Okay, so the list of greetings or aisatsu in Nihongo. Okay, aisatsu is like expressions or greetings. Okay, expression siguro hyogen. Okay, aisatsu is basically greetings, okay, in English. Hi, so first, I guess everyone knows this. Hi, ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, ohayo gozaimasu. That is good morning in English. Okay, ohayo gozaimasu. Hi. Okay, so this is used during morning greeting. Okay, ohayo gozaimasu. And then next, konnichiwa. Hi, konnichiwa. Minasan konnichiwa. Okay, that is good afternoon. Yan. I guess these words are very familiar to all of you. But for the sake sa iba na hindi alam, okay, so let's continue. Hi, sugiwa, konbanwa. Hi, konbanwa. Minasan konbanwa. Hi, that is good evening in English. Okay, next, set of expressions. Okay, these two has the same meaning, but they are used in different situations. Okay, the sayonara and matane. Okay, sayonara is like goodbye. Okay, so this is used if you will say goodbye to a person that you will not see for a long time. Okay, so I guess for 1 year, a month, okay, 1 year or even hindi na talaga kayo magkikita. Okay, you will use the sayonara. Then the matane is like, again, see you. Okay, if you will meet later. Okay, a short period of time, magkikita pa rin kayo, that is the time you will use matane or and not sayonara. Okay, and then dito sa matane, you can change the ne here into ashita for tomorrow. Atode for later. If you want to say see you later, then you will say mata atode. Then if you will say see you tomorrow, that is mata ashita. Yan. Then ano ba? Mata raishu if it's next week. Okay, see you next week. Mata raishu. Ganon. Ay, next, arigatou gozaimasu. Ay, I guess everyone knows this. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu is basically thank you in English. Okay, arigatou gozaimasu. And if you want to say thank you very much, okay, with the very much, you will just say, or you will just add a domo. Okay, domo arigatou gozaimasu. And if it is in past tense, arigatou gozaimashita. Okay, if you want to say thank you na parang tapos na, okay, so you will just change the su to shita. Okay? Arigatou gozaimashita. Yan. Or domo arigatou gozaimashita. Hi, next set of expression. The do itashimashite and or domo. Okay? So, ano lang siya. Yung do itashimashite, it's just you're welcome if you someone will say thank you for giving this or that to him. Parang ganon, okay? So, in reply, you will say the do itashimashite if you want to say you're welcome. Then this domo here, it's just like you will use domo if you want to say parang thank you to. Okay? So, parang ganon. Kasi, some of us, di ba? If someone will say thank you, we also say thank you to. Okay, so for that expression, we will use the domo. Okay, domo if you want to say that thank you to, or it's also parang you're welcome. Okay, so domo or do itashimashite. The do itashimashite here is the formal style. Okay, the domo is like the plain style. Okay, so parang pinashorter lang yung domo ng do itashimashite. Hi. Next set of expression. Hi, the sumimasen. And hindi siya set of expression pala. It's like the same meaning but different situations to be used. Okay, so gagamitin siya in different situations. Alright, the sumimasen and gomenasai. Ay, sumimasen and gomenasai, it's just like sorry. Okay, those two are sorry. But if you will say sumimasen, just like for example, gusto mong dumaan sa gitna nila, or if you want to say excuse me, yan parang ganun. Okay, so if you want to say excuse me, you will say the sumimasen. Okay, sumimasen. Or for example, if you want to paano ba yan? Parang to call on someone's attention, parang ganun. Okay, so if you want to call someone's attention, you will say that sumimasen. Okay, so parang ganun. Then if you want to say parang dadaan ka, sumimasen. Okay, so the intonation will be different na. Hi. Okay, next, the gomenasai naman is just like basically sorry. Okay, gomenasai. Gomenasai, it's just like formal style. Formal style. Then the plain style for that is gomen. Okay, gomen. And then for the business style or parang honorific style na siya, that will be moshiwake arimasen. Okay, so yung moshiwake arimasen is used during big mistakes na talaga. If you nakapatay ka ng tao, nakabangga ka ng tao tapos napatay, yon, mga ganun na yung mga sorry na yun. Or if you made a big mistake, okay, if you're really sorry, please use moshiwake arimasen. Okay, not gomenasai. Yung gomenasai is, it's like basically you're just sorry, okay, for a little mistake you made. You forgot something to bring to work, mga ganon. Okay, or forgot to work on something na itinalaga sa'yo. Okay, so for that you can use gomenasai. Okay, and for the sumimasen naman na sorry, ang ibig sabihin it's just like paano ba yan? Sumimasen in basically sorry. para siyang kung level of sorry, yung sumimasen is level 1 of sorry. Okay, so hindi masyadong big deal yung mistake mo. Okay? Then for the gomenasai level 2, so parang need mo na talaga siya mag-sorry for that mistake. And then the level 3 is the moshiwaki arimasen. Okay, so yung basically, ano ba yan? Yung sorry ka na talaga. Okay, so those are parang level niya. Okay, so sumimasen can also be used as sorry and excuse me. Right? Okay, next. The hajimemashite and dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Right, these are set of phrases. Okay, so set of phrases kasi if you will use hajimemashite, you will also use the dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, so this set of phrase is used during self-introduction. Okay, usually ng tadaima. And then the okaeri nasai is the one who is inside the house na nakarinig ng tadaima. Okay, so parang to reply, in reply sa tadaima, okaeri nasai ang gagamitin. Okay, so it will mean welcome back. Yeah. So these are used when sabi ko na, when coming home or coming to the house or in a country. Okay, for example, you have a kaigai ryoko. Okay, kaigai ryoko is international travel. If you just arrive in Japan, of course, kasi Japanese people, nasa Japan yung bahay, country. So, if they arrive in Japan, for example, they just landed, and then in the arrival area, and then father and mother will fetch them. So, the father and mother are waiting in the arrival area. If the son or daughter arrive, so sasabihin ni son or daughter na tadaima, and then sasabihin naman ni mother and father na nagwi-waiting sa arrival area ng okaeri nasai. Okay? Then there is a what do you call this? Plain style, okay, ng okaeri nasai, that is osaki ni shitsurei shimashita. Ito okaeri, okay? So it's a short shorter term ng okaeri nasai yung okaeri. Okay? And then next, the itekimasu and iterashai. Okay? Ito naman, also the same, these are used during someone comes home or in a country. Okay? But itekimasu is the phrases or the phrase used when going out, okay, from the house. Okay? So yung tadaima is pagdarating ka na sa bahay. Okay, itekimasu is used when going out or when someone will go out from the house or a country. And then iterashai naman is used for the reply. Okay, so in reply to itekimasu is iterashai. So the one who use itekimasu will be the one who goes out from the house. And then the iterashai is the one who is inside the house or sino yung naiwan sa bahay. Okay, so it will mean na itekimasu will be saying, I'm going or I'm going. Okay, aalis na ako. Okay, so ganun. Then iterashai, it's like sasabihin ni naiwan sa bahay na okay, be careful. Yan, parang that's the expression for that. Okay, so the same rin sa kaigai iterashai. Also, this is also practice, still practice until now. Hi, next. Okay, so dapat nyo rin itong tatandaan ha. If ever soon pupunta na kayo doon, magtatrabaho, then if your boss will have some business trip outside the country or even outside the city. Okay, so if your boss will say, itekimasu, of course, you will in reply, iterashai. Okay, so wag mo lang sabihin na, hi, ganon. So, in reply to itekimasu, you will say, iterashai. And then, pagbabalik na si boss, sanabi niya, tadaima, okay, of course, you will say, okaeri nasai, wag okaeri, because mataas siya sa'yo. Okay? So, yung okaeri, sasabihin mo lang yun para sa mga friends mo na dumating sa other country or nagaling sa other country or sa bahay, sa bahay? For example, coworker mo, mga ganun, tapos nakita kayo sa trabaho, sa office, tapos sasabihin niya, "Atadaima," of course, sasabihin mo, "Okaeri nasai." Or for close friends, that is "Okaeri." Okay, plain style. Hi, next, the shitsurei shimasu and shitsurei shimashita. Okay, this is used during entering a room and then leaving a room respectively. Okay, shitsurei shimasu is used when entering a room. For example, the office has a door, of course. It is closed. Okay, once you open that, then you will, you will say shitsurei shimasu to everybody na andun sa sa loob. Okay? Just to inform them na merong tao, parang ganun. Okay? So, of course, wag mo namang ibulong. Okay? Don't whisper it. Dapat makarinig silang lahat. Okay? Kasi busy sila, diba? Busy type sa computer or any pang ginagawa nila. They are busy. If you whisper shitsurei shimasu, maririnig ba nila dun? So, hindi, diba? So, dapat with not loud voice, lang, normal voice na marinig nila na shitsurei shimasu. Yun. So, it's basically you are informing them na you just entered the room, parang ganon. Okay? Then, after you inform them through shitsurei shimasu, okay, so what's your yoji? Ano bang yoji? Ano yung parang appointment mo dito sa loob? Yan. So, mag-usap. And then, after your appointment, when leaving the room, of course, you will also inform them na you are now leaving by saying, shitsurei shimashita. Okay? It's like the past tense for shitsurei shimasu. Okay? So, it's like if you will say this a verb for to enter, hindi kasi. So, let's just say na lang na it's like the past tense for shitsurei shimasu. Okay? So, shitsurei shimasu will be said during entering a room, and then shitsurei shimashita is when leaving a room. Okay? So, that's of course, this is very important rin sa inyo kasi this is very useful during work. Okay? Especially if you will have appointments or meron kayong gustong isodang sa office. Okay? So, this is very useful. Okay, next. Ay, osaki ni shitsurei. Ito pala yung sabi ko kanina. Okay? What do you call this? Doon sa itadakimasu. I think sa itadakimasu po yun. Yeah, I think sa itadakimasu. Okay, yung osaki ni, yung I'll be going first. Okay, so yun. Then, ito siya is just like a formal style na. Osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. I'll be going first. This is used during work. Okay? So, osaki ni shitsurei shimasu, it's like basically you are informing others na you'll be going home first. Okay? For example, your work had finished, and then everyone are still working, but you want to go home already. Okay, parang ganun. So, you will say this to everyone. Osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. Yan. So, you are informing them na, uuwi na ako, una akong uuwi. Parang ganun. Okay? So, kung ayaw mo mag-overtime sa office, please remember this. Okay? Kasi, if others are still doing their OT, okay, overtime, but if you don't want to have overtime, you want to go home early, not early, if kasi finish na talaga, diba? If you want to go home first, okay, parang una sa kanilang lahat kahit na time naman talaga, or ayaw mo mag-OT kasi meron kang gagawin, or other pa. Okay, so you will inform them by saying this phrase. Okay? Osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. Okay. Of course, don't whisper again. Kasi hindi nila malalaman na ikaw ay aalis na. Hay. Next. Hay. Otanjoubi omedetou. Hay. That will mean happy birthday. If you want to say, parang, otanjoubi omedetou is just like plain style maybe. And then the formal style is the omedetou. Otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Okay? Merong gozaimasu. Otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Okay. So you will just add otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. For example, birthday ni boss. Okay. So otanjoubi omedetou is like sa mga friends lang. Okay. Otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Okay. I didn't leave any space because in Japan, in writing a letter or even a composition, because they have kanji, okay? So, otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu is the kanji for this one, okay? Yan. The kanji for that is this one. So, doon, in Japan, no spaces sila. Okay, so, kasi because of the kanji, mababasa na nila kung hanggang saan ang ibig sabihin kasi nun. Okay? Otanjoubi is one word. And then dito, omedetou. And then gozaimasu. Okay? So, no space sila doon. But, maybe here sa class natin, I will have spaces para at least mabilis siya mabasa. Kasi pag walang spaces kasi, sasabihin mo yan, otanjoubi omedetou. Though kasi alam ko kasi kung saan mag-stop ng pause, parang ganon. Pero kung hindi pa kasi familiar sa vocabulary or sa word, for example, otanjoubi, hindi mo alam na yun pala yung word, you can pause in the otanjo or otanjobio, parang ganon. So, siguro during our sessions, I will parang space para alam nyo kung saan yung pause niya or hanggang saan yung word na yun. Okay? Kasi wala muna tayong kanji, okay, para mabasa natin. So all are hiragana or katakana. Okay? So for you to be able to read faster or clearly or the intonation, okay? I will give spaces, okay? So just like this one, otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Yan. Next, for the happy anniversary, that is kinenbi omedetou gozaimasu or kinenbi omedetou for plain style, okay? Kinenbi, that is the anniversary. Kinenbi. Yan. Okay? Kinenbi is for anniversary. And then, omedetou gozaimasu is like a phrase na saying, happy festival, parang ganon, okay? So, it's like yun yung word nila for happy sa anniversary, sa birthday, okay? Hi, next. Then, kung omedetou gozaimasu lang, walang kinenbi, walang otanjoubi, walang any other words, but omedetou gozaimasu, that will mean congratulations. Okay, for example, you're getting married, ano pa ba? You just, ano ba tawag dyan? You just, ano ba tawag dyan? Yung nabuntis ka pa lang, not getting pregnant. You're pregnant, okay? You're pregnant already, tapos alam na ng tao. Yan, they will say, omedetou gozaimasu. And then, for example, graduate ka na. Ayan, nakapasa sa exam. Okay, so everything na kino-congratulate. Okay, so if you want to say congratulations in Nihongo, that will be omedetou gozaimasu. Okay, omedetou gozaimasu. Right, next. Next is, kyotsukete ne. Okay? Kyotsukete ne. The spelling here is kiyotsukete ne. Okay? But pronunciation of that will to mean take care. Okay? It's kyotsukete ne. Kyotsukete ne. Let's say kyotsukete. Kyotsukete. Let's say Romaji. Kyotsukete ne. Yeah, okay? So that's how you pronounce it. Kyotsukete ne. Not kyotsukete ne. Okay? So it's like parang mabilis siya. Kyotsukete ne. And then if you want to say please take care, okay? Please take care, it will mean kyotsukete kudasai. Okay? Wala nang ne. Okay? For please take care. You will say kyotsukete kudasai. Okay? So that's how you say please take care in Nihongo. Kyotsukete kudasai. Yeah, so please take care. So in any situation na gusto mong mag-please take care, that is kyotsukete kudasai. Or if you want to say na take care lang, okay, that is kyotsukete ne or kyotsukete. Okay, so wala nang ne. You can have the without ne or with the ne if you want. Okay? Hi. Next. Odaiji ni. Hi. Odaiji ni is like saying get well soon. Okay, so ito ay ginagamit. This is used during may sakit. Okay, a person has sickness or illness. He or she is in a hospital or ano pa ba? Basta meron siyang sakit. Okay, if you want to say get well soon in Nihongo, that is odaiji ni. Okay, odaiji ni. Yan. So for your if your coworker has take its leave, parang ano ba, nagyasumi, okay? So nag-take ng leave because nagkasakit, either in the telephone or in a video chat, video call, you can say in your Japanese friend or coworker na odaiji ni. Yan. Okay, so you're asking for her or his wellness. Okay, so ganon. Odaiji ni. Hi. Ito, next. If you want to say I like you very much, or even I love you in Nihongo, that is suki desu yo, daisuki desu yo, aishiteru yo, respectively. Okay? Though in Japan or the Japanese don't really express themselves, especially mga feelings, love, like, crushes. Okay? So they don't parang tell or express their feelings through words. That's why they don't usually use the aishiteru yo or the aishiteru. Okay? Or the I love you. They only say this to long-term boyfriend girlfriends, and then long-term husband wife, okay, couple, okay, long-term couples. But there are also some Japanese na may guts, okay, they have guts to say aishiteru. Yeah, okay. So it depends, but not almost siguro. Some, okay, some or halos. Yeah, halos is almost all Japanese just say daisuki if they want to say na parang hindi kasi nila love, parang hindi pa aabot sa love na level. Okay, so parang gustong-gusto ko talaga lang siya. Okay, that is daisuki. Then if you want to say crush kita, you will say suki desu. Okay, suki desu. Yan. So hindi yan suki ha, hindi yan suki desu. But the spelling is suki. But the pronunciation is ski. Okay, ski. It's like ski resort. Parang ganun, okay? So, the pronunciation of that is ski. Yan. Okay, so ganyan mag-pronounce ng I like you ski in Nihongo. Okay? Ito ring daisuki is hindi daisuki. Though merong iba na ano talaga pinopronounce daisuki. Yan. Parang parang ano ba tawag dyan? Tinutuldok talaga nila na daisuki. Okay? So, it's like na gustong-gusto kita. Parang gano'n. Yan. So, dapat iniisa-isa talaga niya yung character. Daisuki. Yan. But if you want just, if you want lang na to say, I like you very much. Yeah. Daisuki desu. Yun. Daisuki desu. Right? And then if you want na love mo na talaga, okay, so gusto mong gamitin talaga ang I love you, you can naman. Okay? The aishiteru yo. Okay? Or the aishiteru. Yan. So, yan yung parang level ng saying, I like you very much, and I love you ng mga Japanese people. Ay, next. Okay, how to say in Nihongo, if you want to say, welcome in this place, okay? You can't, parang, kumbaga, welcome to Davao, yan. Welcome to Manila, yan. Welcome to a place, parang ganun, okay? So that is in Nihongo, you will say the place first, and then okay? So that is not he, ha? Okay, so this time here, the he is a particle. That's why it is pronounced as e. Okay, so let's say welcome in Davao. Ay, Davao yokoso. Yan, Davao yokoso, or Nihon yokoso. That is Nihon is Japan. So welcome to Japan. Yeah. Welcome to pala yan dapat. Okay? So welcome to Japan. That is Nihon yokoso. Manila yokoso. Yan. So welcome to Manila. Parang ganon. Okay? Okay, sorry for this. That is welcome to pala ha. That is not welcome in. Ay. Okay, next. Now, if you want to say mabuhay, okay? So, they have also like mabuhay there, yung parang tinataas nila, okay? They raise their both hands, tapos they say, banzai. Yan, it's like mabuhay equivalent sa atin, okay? So, banzai, sinasabi yan pag, saan ba ito ginagamit? Depende. For example, in a what do you call this? Baseball tournament. Hindi siya baseball tournament. Baseball, yung parang baseball game. Okay? Kasi mahilig ang mga Japanese ng baseball than soccer. Okay? So, number 1 talaga ang baseball and then soccer. Hindi masyadong yung basketball. Kung sa atin pa, boxing, basketball, diba? In Japan naman, baseball is the number 1 sport na parang fina-fan ng mga tao. Okay? Hindi pareha sa atin, diba? Pareha pala sa atin kasi yung national sport natin, sepak takraw, pero ang fina-fan talaga is boxing. The same rin sa Japan, yung sumo ang national sport, but baseball, yung parang fina-fan ng mga, or sinusundan ng mga tao. Okay? So, yun. It's like that. So, in a baseball game, let's say in this corner, okay? In this corner, sila sa team A, okay? So, sabi nila, banzai! Yun, parang it's a cheer, okay? So, ganun. It's like mabuhay sa atin. Next, haida kampay. Ito yung expression na mag-cheers kayo in drinking, okay? So, ito yung sinasabi before you drink. Okay? So, kung naalala nyo yung parang table manners, ito yun, yung drinking manners. Okay? So, you must remember na don't drink your drink first without waiting na magsabi si si parang head or yung yung magsi-speech ng kampay. Okay, so wait for his or her kampay before you drink your drinks. Okay, so kampay is like cheers. Parang kung sa atin pa, tagay, parang ganon. Okay, so kampay. Right, next, it's a set of phrase na po. Onaka ga sukimashita and onaka ga ippai. Okay? This set of phrase or words or phrase, onaka ga sukimashita will mean I'm hungry. Okay? So, kung gusto mong sabihin na gutom ako, I'm hungry, you will say that in Nihongo na onaka ga sukimashita. Okay? Onaka ga sukimashita, or meron din silang for onomatopoeia that is para sa mga bata, onaka ga peko-peko. Ayun. Sinasabi lang yon pag sinasabi lang yon pag bata ang nagsasabi nung I'm hungry. Okay? So, pag magsasabi ng onaka ga peko-peko, dapat bata lang ha. Huwag kang magsabi ng onaka ga peko-peko kung nasa ka na, 20s, mga ganon. Okay? Though hindi ko siya bawal na sabihin, but it's like para kasi nag-aalabata. Okay? So parang tatawanan ka nung Japanese. Kasi parang yan siyang bata ay gamit ng peko-peko. Okay? So, yan. Just to be safe, gamit ka na lang ng onaka ga sukimashita. Okay? Or onaka ga suita. Okay? Let's say onaka ga suita. The same meaning yun. Yung sukimashita is like formal past tense. But the suita is plain style past tense. Okay? So, onaka ga suita. Suita. Yan. Okay? So, you can say that. The same meaning lang din yan. Onaka ga sukimashita or onaka ga suita. Yan. And then for the onaka ga ippai, that is the parang opposite. I'm full or busog na ako. Yan. So, kung galing ka sa sinabi mo na, onaka ga sukimashita, ayun. Kumain ka ng ramen. After eating ramen, nabusog ka. Sumakit yung, parang sasakit yung tiyan mo. Sasabihin mo na, onaka ga ippai. Ayun. Okay, so it's an expression na just saying na, busog na busog ako. Parang gano'n. Gutom na ako. Okay? So, onaka ga sukimashita or onaka ga suita and the onaka ga ippai. Okay? So, onaka ga sukimashita is saying I'm hungry. Onaka ga ippai is for I'm full or busog na ako. Hi, next. Okay, last two phrases na alam ko lang na pwede ko pa, I don't know kung ito lang ba siya or may nakalimutan ba ako or ano ba. Kung meron ba kayong idagdag, you may later. Okay, so next, so the last two, not expression, greetings, okay, or expressions, na i-introduce ko is the osewa ni narimashita. Okay, this is basically means na it's thank you for taking good care of me. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi if aalis ka na sa trabaho. Okay, for example, you work 6 years in that company and then you will resign na, or because you're let's say 5 years yung contract mo, hindi ka na i-extend. So, wala kang choice kundi uuwi ng Pilipinas. Okay? So after your last day, okay, so the osewa ni narimashita is you will say that to everyone, okay, na nakahalubilo mo within those years, sa lahat ng mga tao na nakilala mo sa company yon. Okay, so dapat before ka magla-last day, okay, so during ng last day mo, isasabi mo si osewa ni narimashita sa mga taong mamimit mo on that day. Okay? But if the other people na hindi mo mamimit sa last day mo, you will say osewa ni narimashita before sa last day mo or kung what day kayo last magkikita nung taong yon. Okay, so dapat you know what is the last day na magmi-meet kayo nang sasabihan mo ng osewa ni narimashita. It's like saying na, oh, thank you for taking good care of me. Okay, in this 6 years of my work or 5 years in this company. After this, I will go to my home country. Yan. So, of course, that is in Nihongo, ha? Okay, so, I'm just, teaching you the phrase in saying na parang, thank you for taking good care of me. Okay, so, kayo nang bahala kung ano yung, idadagdag nyo. Yung, kung mag-i-explain pa ba kayo or anything. Okay, though you're not comply. Okay, hindi kayo, hindi kayo ino-oblige na mag-explain why you are leaving the company. Of course, sa sa HR ba ngayon, sa pinagpaalam mo na, alis na ako. Of course, diba? Magtatanong naman talaga yan bakit. So, doon mo na siya i-explain. Pero, you're not obliged to explain to everyone why. So, yan. And then, pag it's like a custom, yeah. Pag you will, if aalis ka na, okay? If aalis ka na sa company, you will give them a parang omiyage. Okay? So, you will give them a parang box of or a present na anything sa loob. It can be biscuits, chocolates na parang parang it's a last last present for them or last omiyage for them na yun na yung last maibibigay mo dahil aalis ka na. That's why it's a custom there na pag-aalis, magbibigay talaga ng parang omiyage type na present. Okay, it can be a person to person also and group, department by department or group by group. Okay, or kung gusto mo si president, si CEO or si boss, yan you can. But kung gusto mo isahin si IT department, si health department, si HR department or any department, you can. Yan, depende na yun sa iyo kung paano ka magbigay ng osewa ni nari na presento. Okay? So, ang tawag doon sa presento na yon is osewa ni nari presento. Okay? Ay, next, the last one, the kochira koso. Ayan, it means na, it's like saying na, the same here. Okay? For example, koko wa atsui desu ne. Okay? So, it's like saying na, it's hot here, right? Parang ganun. And then the listener will also say, kochira koso. Hi, kochira koso. Okay, so parang sinasabi niya rin na, oo, mainit rin dito. Okay, so parang ganun. So, kochira koso is like, also, kung gagamitin mo siya sa expressions or sa greetings, it's like, kochira koso. So the same here. Let me think. So I'm ready. I can think of a situation na gagamitan siya ng kochira koso. Okay. So, it's like, parang na rin siyang yung atsui desu ne. Watashi wa daijoubu desu. Then, sasabihin rin ni listener na, kochira koso. So, it's like, okay rin siya. Okay, since daijoubu is, it's like okay or alright. So, ang sinabi din kasi is, watashi wa daijoubu desu. So, parang sinabi niya, I'm alright or I'm okay. And then, pag sasabihin ni listener, nung sinabihan niya nun, na kochira koso, Okay, so ang ibig rin sabihin ni listener na okay rin siya. It's like parang ganun. Okay, so in English, it's like the same here yung if you want to say na the same here, okay, so you will say the kochira koso in Nihongo. Okay, kochira koso. Hi. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa greetings or aisatsu in English, in Nihongo. Okay, so let's proceed to the classroom greetings, okay, or classroom expressions. Okay, that is in Nihongo, kyoshitsu de tsukau kotoba. Okay, so parang kyoshitsu is classroom, and then tsukau is use, kotoba is words. Okay, so use words in the classrooms, like parang ganun. Okay, so classroom expressions. Hi, first. Ito, I guess na narinig niyo to kanina sa sinabi ko na hajimemashou. It's like, let's begin. Okay, so sabi ko, diba? Dewa, hajimemashou. Ay. Okay, so let's begin. It's like parang gano'n. Ay. So, of course, ang teacher ang magsasabi nito. Okay? Hajimemashou. Or sino yung magli-lead ng any event. Pwede rin ito sa event, hindi lang pwede sa class. Okay? In any event, pwede during for example, a graduation rites. Okay, so yung sino ba to, si MC, yun. Si MC ang magsasabi na Sutsugu shiki o hajimemashou, parang ganon. So let's start the graduation rites, parang ganon. Hi, next. Kite kudasai. Hi, that is in English, please listen. Okay, so pag sinabi ni teacher, pag sinabi ni sensei na, hi, kite kudasai, that is, please listen. Hi. Next, kurikai shite kudasai. Hi, kurikai shite kudasai. That is, sinabi ni sensei na, please repeat after me. Kurikai shite kudasai. Okay, so pag sinabi kong kurikai shite kudasai, nani-nani-san, okay, nani-nani-san, kurikai shite kudasai. Hay, ang sinabi ko, watashi wa nani-nani desu. Okay, so sasabihin rin ni nani-nani-san na watashi wa nani-nani desu. Okay, so ganun yung kurikai shite kudasai. Pag makakarinig kayo ng kurikai shite kudasai, that is, please repeat after me. Ay, next, iba naman yung please say it again. Okay, so ang magsasabi ng please say it again can either be the sensei or the gakusei. Okay, gakusei is a student. If the student doesn't clearly understand or clearly heard what the teacher said, okay, so he or she can say that, mo ichido itte kudasai. Okay, sensei, mo ichido itte kudasai. Okay, so please say it again, teacher, parang ganon. Okay, and then si teacher naman, si sensei, if hindi niya masyado narinig yung answer ni gakusei, ni student, she can also say that, mo ichido itte kudasai. Hi. Okay, nani-nani-san, mo ichido itte kudasai. Ayun, so sasabihin mo naman ulit yung sinabi mo. Sasabihin naman ulit ni sensei kung ano yung sinabi niya. Okay? So, yan. If you want to say, please say it again, even kahit na wala sa classroom, ha? Okay? So, even you're not in the classroom setting, you can say that to any situation if gusto mong ipaulit kung ano yung sinabi niya. Okay? So, please say it again in Nihongo is, mo ichido itte kudasai. Hi, mo ichido itte kudasai. Hi, next. Then, if the sensei speaks or talks fast, then hindi mo masundan, okay? So, you can interrupt, excuse me. You can interrupt her or him and then say, motto yukuri itte kudasai, sensei. Or, sensei, motto yukuri itte kudasai. Okay? So, pinasoft naman, wag mo namang sabihin na, motto yukuri itte kudasai yo. Okay? So, parang galit ka naman nun. Yan. So, be soft lang yung pronunciation. Okay? So, もっとゆっくり言ってください。はい。So that's it. That is, please say it slowly. Okay, so practice also the intonation, pronunciation. Kasi kung ang pronunciation, the intonation nyo is galit, pero hindi naman talaga kayo galit, so magkaka-misunderstanding kayo. Okay? So, isa yun ang isa sa mga pa-practicein nyo. The intonation. Hi. Next, okay, look at the whiteboard. Ang ibig sabihin daw. Nihongo, that is, whiteboard mite kudasai. Of course, si sensei lang ang magsasabi nito, or kung si gakusei, or for example, si college student na siya, no? So, siya na yung teacher doon. So, he or she can also, basta kung sino yung nagtuturo, of course, kasi siya yung malapit sa whiteboard. Okay, so if the teacher wants you to look up, okay, at the whiteboard, he or she will say, whiteboard mite kudasai. Then, pag narinig nyo naman yan, of course, titingin naman kayo sa whiteboard. Okay, though walang whiteboard ngayon kasi online kayo, so on your screens naman. Next, ito. Please write. Okay, please write. In Nihongo is kaite kudasai. Yan, kaite kudasai. Next. Right, please memorize. Yan, oboite kudasai. Oboite kudasai. Next, please read. Yonde kudasai. Then if you want, or if the teacher wants to say, please read together, so sabay-sabay kayo lahat magbabasa, yung together is ishoni. Okay? Ishoni. So the teacher will say, "Hi, ishoni yonde kudasai." So please read together. Yan. It can either be the students lang ang magre-read together, or the teacher also will read. So lahat talaga kayo, plus the teacher. Yan. So depende yun sa teacher. Hi, next. Ito. Please ask Mr. A. Okay, so if you want to say, please ask Mr. Nani-Nani, okay, the A here is any name, ha? Okay, so let's not say names na lang. That's why we say we use A, okay, or Mr. B. Basta the A here is a name, okay, person's name. It can either be a myoji or apelyido, okay, last name or first name. Okay, so kadalasan sa foreigners, first name talaga ginagamit. Okay, so in in Japanese, ano ba to? Apelyido, last name ang ginagamit. Okay, so Mr. Yamada, or let's say pag foreigner, Mr. Anna. Okay, yan. Mr. Anna. Miss Anna. Yan. So, that is in Nihongo. Sang ni kite kudasai. Okay, so it's like, please ask you, someone will say to you na, tanungin mo na lang si Mr. A. Okay, so, Anna-sang ni kite kudasai, or Yamada-sang ni kite kudasai. Yan. So, doon ka magtatanong sa sinabi niya na pangalan. Okay? Hi, next. If the teacher wants you to answer this or that, okay, so pag narinig mo yung kotaete kudasai, ang ibig sabihin is, please answer. Okay, kotaete kudasai. That is not kotaete kudasai, ha? Okay, so kotaete kudasai. Okay, kotaete kudasai. Alright, please answer. Alright, next. Please open your book in Nihongo is Hon o akete kudasai. Okay, book is hon. Open is the verb akete. And then kudasai is for the please. Yeah, so please open your book in Nihongo is hon o akete kudasai. Yeah. Then if you want, if the teacher will say, or if you want to say, please open your book in page 5. Alright. Okay, so hon no 5ページを開けてください. That's how you say that. Okay, so for that, maybe later na lang yun na lessons. Okay, so 本の5ページを開けてください. Okay, so here is this one, the character wo, but it is pronounced as o. Okay, so it is used as particle here. Okay. Next, please close your book naman. The opposite of open is tojite. Okay, or you can also use here shimete. Okay, shimete. Shimete. Shimete kudasai. Though itong shimete, I guess, ginagamit lang siya for doors ata. For doors or any door? Ano ba? Sa doors lang ba ginagamit yung shimete? Okay, by the way. Kasi the same meaning sila. Shimete is still closed, but also tojite is closed. Pero I guess tojite is for packages, books. Well, anyway, okay, so pwede rin shimete if you want to close your door. Okay, especially sa doors, don't use shimete. Don't use shimete, sorry. Tojite. You can use shimete. Okay? Or I guess tojite is honorific. Honorific ata sa shimete ang tojite. Kasi sa trains, okay, sa trains naririnig ko na ginagamit yung shimete and tojite. Merong trains na nag-a-announce na yung train doors, tojite ang gamit. Then meron din naman iba na shimete ang gamit. I guess lang siya. Honorific. Yeah, honorific ang tojite. That's why siguro pwede mo rin, you can use shimete here. Okay, for books. Hon o shimete kudasai or hon o tojite kudasai. Hi. Next, if the teacher say please practice, okay, so that is in Nihongo, renshu shite kudasai. Yan. So if the teacher please practice your hiragana and katakana. Right. Okay, so hiragana to katakana o renshu shite kudasai. Yun ang sasabihin ni sensei. Pag gusto niya sabihin na please practice your hiragana and katakana. Okay? So hiragana to katakana o renshu shite kudasai. Ayan. Okay, next, if you want to say please wait for a moment. Okay? Hindi lang siya sa classroom expression. It can also be used in others. Okay? Kahit na yung iba dito, okay, yung close your, for example, door ba dyan, okay? So you can use this one, these expressions, okay? So if you want to say, please wait for a moment or please wait, okay? So please wait is chotomate, yan, chotomate kudasai, yan, please wait. If you want to say, parang hindi ka masyadong nag-uutos. Kasi kung chotomate lang yung sasabihin mo, para kang nag-uutos talaga na mag-wait ka muna ha. Okay, so no politeness. But if you will add a kudasai, it will mean please. Okay, so para kang naghihingi ng pasensya na mag-wait siya for a moment. Okay, so parang ganun. So chotomate kudasai. Others, the honorific, I guess siya, ginagamit for business style and for your for your clients, okay, if you will say please wait sa client mo or even sa mga patients, if you are a doctor or if you are a nurse, pag gusto mong sabihan si patient na please wait, a customer, okay, sa example in a mall, in a shop, okay, si store clerk, yan, kasi customer is talaga high, diba? High level. So para na rin siyang boss, kung ganon. Okay, so si store clerk will be polite kay customer. Okay, so they will not use some of them will not use chotomate kudasai. Okay? They will use the shosho omachi kudasai. Yan. The same meaning. Please wait for a moment. Okay? Shosho. 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 Yeah. Shosho omachi kudasai. Shosho. No. Shosho omachi kudasai. No space. Wait lang. Okay. So, that's how they say it. Shosho. Yan. Shosho omachi kudasai. Yan. So it's the same meaning na please wait for a moment pero honorific style lang. Okay? So for business, for your clients, for your patients, okay? So ano pa ba? For your bosses. Yan, for example, si boss may pinagawa sa'yo tapos hindi mo pa natapos, gusto mong mag-wait lang muna a little si boss. Ayan, so since hindi pa naman deadline masyado, ayan, sasabihin mo, shosho omachi kudasai, para mas polite talaga, para ano ba tawag dyan, para mas maawa naman siya sa'yo, diba? Okay, so mga ganyan. And then, for customers, yan, si store clerk, pag for example, merong pakuha ng size. For example, nag-fit ng shoes si customer. Tapos hindi fit yung size niya, magpapakuha siya ng size na ganito. Okay, so sasabihin ni store clerk na shosho omachi kudasai. Kukunin ko muna. Yung parang gano'n. Okay, so I'll find. Parang titignan ko kung meron pa ba. So, yun ang ginagamit nila, shosho omachi kudasai. Instead na, chotomate kudasai. Though they can also, especially yung sa mga store clerks, meron din namang chotomate kudasai. Especially, okay, pag alam nila na ano tawag dito? Gaijin. Okay, gaijin. Foreigner. Ang customer. Kasi hindi siguro assume nila na hindi nila alam ang mga business style, mga ganun. So they can plain style you, parang kung baga ganun yung pag-iisip nila. Okay, so they assume na hindi ka magaling mag-Nihongo, that's why gagamitan ka ng plain style. At ikaw naman na si foreigner, okay na lang. Okay? So para walang away. Yan. So you accept na lang na chotomate kudasai lang yung gamit sa'yo. Yan. Okay, so you can use that in any situation. Chotomate kudasai. Yan. Hi, next. Yes, last. No? Marami-rami pa pala. Okay, hi. Next. If you want to say, is it okay? Okay, so mag-a-ask ka kay sensei na, is it okay? Hi, sensei, ii desu ka? Ayun. Okay, so, toire ite ii desu ka? Okay, so, toire ite ii desu ka? Can I go to the toilet? Parang ganun. Okay, so, though hindi siya ibig sabihin na, is it okay? Okay, so parang toire. Can I go to the toilet? Parang ganun. So, you will say, toire ite ii desu ka? Okay, so, parang, is it okay to go to the toilet? Yan. Ii desu ka? Or any. Okay, so, nani. Ii desu ka? Is it okay? In English. In Nihongo, that is ii desu ka? Okay, so that is question, ha? Ii desu ka? Para kang you ask for permission. Yeah. Hi. Next. Ayan. So, do you have a question? Okay, so si sensei, tapos nang mag-lesson. Okay, so finish na yung lesson niya. And then, he or she wants to confirm if any one of her or his students have questions. So, in Nihongo, sasabihin niya na, shitsumonga arimasu ka? Ayun. So, pag narinig ni students naman na shitsumonga arimasu ka, if none, okay, if none, they will say na, iie, daijoubu desu. Or, iie, arimasen. Yan. So, maraming pwedeng masagot dyan. This is also okay. Iie, daijoubu desu. And, iie, arimasen. Or if you want to say complete talaga, iie, shitsumo ga Okay, kung gusto mo talagang pataasin, yan. Shitsumon ga arimasen. Yes, shitsumon ga arimasen. Then, if you have question, hi, shitsumon ga arimasu. Ayun. So, meron question. Then, sasabihin naman ni sensei na, hi, nan desu ka? Shitsumon ga nan desu ka? Or shitsumon wa nan desu ka? Ayun. So, magkakaiwa na kayo. Kaiwa is like, ano ba kaiwa? Kaiwa is conversation. Ano ba? Conversing. Yeah, conversation. So, parang nagkakaiwa na kayo ni sensei, tsaka so, yung may question na student. Okay, so, that's how the sensei will answer. Then, the question ni sino yung nagtanong na student. Okay, so if you have question, if the teacher will ask, shitsumon ga arimasu ka? If none, okay, if you have no questions, you must parang inform her or parang acknowledge na lang na no. Okay, so iye, wala. Okay, so iye, daijoubu desu or iye arimasen or iye shitsumon ga arimasen. Yan. So itong iye shitsumon ga arimasen is the very complete. Okay, so parang sinali mo yung question niya, yung parang topic sa question niya, the subject of the question, and then di parang predicate ng answer mo. Okay? And then if you have question, kung mayroon kang hindi naintindihan, may question ka kay sensei, you will acknowledge naman him or her by saying, hi, sensei, hi, shitsumon ga arimasu. Okay, parang ganon. Okay, so that's how you interact in asking questions and answering questions. The next, hi, pag sinabi naman ni sensei na, hi, let's take a break. Kasi parang, sensei ga tsukarete iru no de, hi, kyuke shimashou. Yan, so sabi ni sensei, anong sabi ni sensei? Hi, sensei ga tsukarete iru no de, kyuke shimashou. Yan, sabi ni sensei, pagod na si sensei, di ba? Kakatok, yan. So nodo ga kawaita. Nodo kawaita naman is yung throat parang drought na, yung parang yung throat is parang drought. Yeah, I guess hindi naman drought kasi wala na talaga yun. Nodo ga kawaita. Hindi naman, thirsty. It can be thirsty. Yeah. Nodo kawaita. Okay, so thirsty. I'm thirsty. So that's how the teacher will say na let's take a break. Parang kyuke shimashou. Yan. Kyuke is break, and then shimasu is for the verb na parang to do. Okay? And then shou is parang suffix siya for saying let's. Okay, so later malilesson din natin yan how to create a sentence using the suffix sho, the verbs, anything. Okay? Hi, so kyuke shimashou. Ayan. Hi, next. Tsuzukemasu. Okay, so from a break, okay, so you take a break and then babalik na kayo. Hi. So to continue the lesson, yan, sasabihin naman ni sensei na, hi, tsuzukemashou. Ayan. So ito na yung how you use the G and su na rare. Okay, so isang example to. Yan. Since dalawang su na magkasunod, yung second na su is not readable by tsu, but it is zu. Tama? Okay? So, zu na siya dito. Though, hindi yung zu na from S column, but sa T column. Okay? Since, dalawang magkasunod na tsu. And so, another example siya dito. Okay, tsuzukemashou. Pag narinig nyo na, hi, tsuzukemashou. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nun, magkukontinue na kayo. Hi, next. Yan, after ng lessons. Parang ending na ng class. Yan. So, sabi ni sensei, wakarimashita ka? Ay, jugyo, wakarimashita ka? Okay, did you understand the class or the lesson, let's say? Lesson, ano ba ang lesson? Lesson in Nihongo is, it's like jugyo. Yeah. Parang na rin siyang jugyo. Jugyo or class. Okay, so it's like parang the same meaning siya. Jugyo. Yeah. Jugyo wakarimashita ka? Okay, so did you understand the lesson, the class? Yan. If you understand, you will answer, Hai, wakarimashita. But if you don't understand the lesson, Iie wakarimasen. Yan. So, the same sila doon sa shitsumon ga arimasu ka. Okay, so kung walang question, you will answer Iie, daijoubu desu. Or this one, Iie arimasen, Iie shitsumon ga arimasen. And then dito naman sa did you understand, sa wakarimashita ka? If you understand, okay, if you will acknowledge him or her by saying Hai, wakarimashita sensei. Ayun. Or sensei, Hai, wakarimashita. Arigatou gozaimashita. Ayun. Then if hindi mo naintindihan, okay, so you will say sensei, iie wakarimasen. Or sensei, gomenasai, wakarimasen. Okay, so walang iie. Sinabi mo lang na, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Parang gano'n. Okay, so, iie, wakarimasen. Then, dagdagan mo naman na, mo ichido ite kudasai. Or mo ichido ite ii desu ka? Okay, so, parang, you ask permission na, pwede mo bang ibalik? Yun. Pero, since malapit na yung time, hindi na siya mababalik or sa next lesson na lang siguro. Yan. Okay? Pero there are yung sinabi ko lang is like parang mga circumstance na pwede mong sabihin na yung mo ichido ite ii desu ka? Okay, so ganun. Hi. Okay, so sabi daw ng mga students, wala daw tanong. Walang tanong, sorry. Naintindihan nila. Ayun, so tapos na yung klase. Hi. So, ang sasabihin ni sensei is, Hai, jugyo wa owarimashita. Yun. But in this case naman, tinanong niya na owarimashita ka? Okay, so example, meron silang exercise na pinagawa ni sensei or merong practice exercise na pinagawa si sensei. Ayun, so or nag-limit siya ng time na 30 minutes gagawin ang practice exercise. Ayun. So after 30 minutes, nag-talk na si sensei na, Hai, minasan, owarimashita ka? Ayun, so, are you finished? Everyone, are you finished? Parang ganon. Okay, so, owarimashita ka is like in English, you are saying, are you finished? Owarimashita ka? Okay, so if you are finished, Hai, you answer it by Hai, owarimashita. Yan, Hai, owarimashita. And then, if not yet, Iie, mada desu. Okay? Iie, mada desu. Yan. So, it will depend na lang kay sensei kung ano yung gagawin niya sa mga hindi pa tapos. Okay? Kung stop na ba talaga or they can continue sa bahay and depende na sa kung anong sasabihin ni sensei. Okay? So, these are like expressions lang na pwede mong gamitin. Okay? So, of course, hindi yung itong owarimashita ka, you can also use this in any situations. For example, sa work mo, yan. So, 5 o'clock na, yan. 5 o'clock na. And then, sasabihin ni coworker, shigoto owarimashita ka? Ayun, so are you finished sa work mo? Yan. So, pwede rin siya gamitin doon. Basta ang owarimashita ka is basically you're asking if you are already finished. Okay, so if you are finished, answer by saying Hai, owarimashita. And then if you are not yet finished, answer it by Iie, mada desu. Yun. Hai, next. Next is, Hai, if you're asking a favor, okay? If you're asking a favor, it's like you're saying please, parang ganon. Okay, so in Nihongo, that is saying the expression onegai shimasu. Okay? Onegai shimasu. So, wag mo sabihin na kudasai. Okay? So, kasi yung kudasai ginagamit yon if there is a noun before it, okay? Or a verb before it. The onegai shimasu naman na please, it's like saying it's like saying na, please, please, can you do it? Parang ganun. Okay? So, you're asking a favor to someone. Okay? So, example, I will ask a favor. I will ask something sa inyo, isa sa inyo. Okay? So, for example, let's say, Nani-nani-sang. Okay? So, Nani-nani-sang is like Mr. Nani or A. Let's say A na lang. Okay? So, Mr. A. A-sang. Okay, ganun. A-sang. A-sang. Hong no go page o yonde kudasai. That is, please, ano ba? Please read page 5 of that book. Diba? Ganon yon. And then, binasa na siya ni Mr. A. Ayun. Tapos, pagbasa ni Mr. A naman, sasabihin ko naman, hi, Mr. B. Roku peji onegai shimasu. Ayun. Okay, so hindi ko na ginamit yung yonde kudasai. I just use the onegai shimasu. It will mean na page 6 please. Okay, so I said to Mr. B na parang please read na rin the page 6. That's why hindi ko na ginamit yung yonde kudasai, but I replace it with the onegai shimasu. Okay, so wala na yung yonde onegai shimasu, but onegai shimasu only. Okay, so I just say na B-san, roku peji onegai shimasu. Okay, so please read page 6. Parang ganun na rin. Okay, or please page 6. Okay, parang ganun. Kung isa-isahin mo talaga yung word na roku peji tsaka onegai shimasu. Okay, so that's how you use onegai shimasu. Next, last I guess. Okay, next. Well, see you tomorrow. Yan. Ito yung parang kanina sa aisatsu. Okay, so yung matane, yung sinabi ko kanina na you can also use tomorrow, the next day, okay, that is asate or the raishu. Yan, parang short period lang yung pagkakalayo nyo. That is, you can use the matane. Okay? If you will be out for a month, if you will not meet for a month ba ngayon, how many months, 1 year, how many years, or hindi na talaga kayo magkikita, that's the time na gagamitin mo na ang sayonara. Okay? So, dito rin sa classroom, ano ba tawag ito? Classroom expressions, si sensei, magkikita pa sila kasi tomorrow, tapos na yung klase, di ba? Tapos na yung klase, Jugyo wa owarimashita. Hi, the sensei will say, dewa mata ashita. Okay, so pagsasabihin ni sensei, dewa mata ashita will mean, hi, see you tomorrow. Parang gano'n, di ba? I guess naririnig nyo yan sa akin pag sinabi kong, hi, mata raishu or mata kayobi. Okay, for example, for Monday, Wednesday class. Okay, so I will say, hi, mata suyobi or mata getsuyobi. And then for the TTH class naman, mata kayobi, mata mokuyobi, gano'n. Okay, so it's like that. And then last, okay, this is the last one. Hi. Okay, so this ends our lesson for the greetings and the classroom expressions. Okay, for your questions, later on this video, later I will answer your questions. Okay, thank you for listening. はい、聞いてくれてありがとうございました。
はい。じゃあ、皆さんどうでしたか？はい。So, that's the lesson for today, for now. The Nihongo, Nihongo Aisatsu. Yeah, Nihongo Aisatsu That's how you greet, or that words are the Nihongo greetings. Okay? So anything, questions, clarifications? Meron pa pala akong idadagdag doon sa mga greetings. Okay? Hindi ko nasulat si good night, si how are you, and si long time no see. So I'll wait lang ha. Okay, so these are the 3 greetings na hindi ko nasulat. Okay, for good night, that is in Nihongo, oyasumi nasai. Okay, so you can use this to say good night before bed, before sleeping. Okay, and also if you want to say good night to a person lang na, for example, galing kayo sa isang dinner party, yan, tapos uwi na kayo. So, separate ways na kayo. So, instead na saying sayonara or matane, you can say oyasumi nasai, okay? So, just to say good night, or you want to have that person good night, okay? Just greet him or her with oyasumi nasai, okay? Or oyasumi, yung parang shorter term, okay? Plain style, oyasumi. Okay, then next is, what is this? Hi, how are you? Okay, in Nihongo, that is, o genki desu ka? Okay, o genki desu ka? Okay, so kung nakita kayo ng isang tao for, let's say, a month, a year, hindi kayo nakita, ganyan. So, sabihin mo, long time no see, how are you? Parang ganon. So, o hisashiburi desu ne, o genki desu ka? Parang ganon. So, for how are you, that is, o genki desu ka? Yung how are you na ito is, tatanungin mo kung kumusta na siya ha? Okay, so, o genki desu ka? Then, sasagutin, pwede yung sagutin ng, okagesama de o genki desu. Yan, parang tapos, arigatou gozaimasu. Ganon. So, he or she is thanking na you ask him or her how she feels. Okay, parang ganon. And then for the long time no see, yung sabi ko kanina na hindi kayo nakita for a month, for a year, okay, let's say that period of time. Tapos parang, ang tagal na natin nakita. So, long time no see, diba? So, you will say that in Nihongo na, hisashiburi desu ne, or hisashiburi desu ne, lagyan mo ng o dito. Okay? So, pwede yung lagyan dyan. Hisashiburi desu ne, or hisashiburi desu ne. Okay? So, yan yung madadagdag ko. Tapos, kung sino man yung meron pang alam na greetings in Nihongo, you may share it with us. Okay? Okay, meron nag-chat dito, si John Christopher. Ano yung mura good to see you too? Is this saan kaya ito? I don't know. Bakit may 2? Baka 2 na TOO? Okay, I don't know. And then, pwede niyo po i-add ang romanji. Okay, ito yung sabi ko. You must memorize the hiragana and katakana kasi I don't use romaji. Okay? So, kung gusto mo, ikaw na magdagdag ng romaji, ikaw magtingin ano tawag doon? Nung katakana nung hiragana na yon, then ikaw magdagdag ng romaji because I don't write romaji because you will not learn Nihongo kung magro-romaji kayo. Okay? So, sabi ko na dati pa na you must memorize the hiragana and katakana characters because I don't use romaji. Okay? Ano pa? Questions, clarification. Okay, so Joseph Benedict, sorry for that. I-send na mo. I may, okay, so I'll post it on classwork. I can post it. Okay, for everyone to see or study, okay, for future use. Yan. Yeah, I will post it later na siguro. Okay? Hi, anything? Mm, pwede man siya mag-English but be sure na marunong ma-understand ng ano yan, kausap mo, yung English mo. Okay? So maybe you can English pag foreigner din yung kausap mo or kayo-kayo lang ba? Yan, but pag Japanese yung kausap mo, of course, dapat magja-Japanese. Okay? Unless kung maintindihan niya yung English mo. Kasi meron namang iba, lalo na pag mga businessman kasi doon, hindi nagtuturo, nag-school, okay? Schooling ng English language. Kasi, sila, di ba, businessman, so they will go to other countries. So, for them to communicate well, yan, to understand yung mga clients nila, foreigner clients, of course, that's why they are learning English too. Okay? Pero mahirap kasi mag-English or mag-learn ng English ang Japanese, I tell you. Kasi lalong-lalo na pag nandun na sa LR, okay? So I guess it's years talaga na mag-aaral sila nun. Though unless kung talaga, intelligent talaga yung tao, yan, madali lang. But kung sa atin, okay, kung pupunta na tayo doon, of course, tayo yung pumunta doon, that's why tayo ang mag-adapt. So, let's communicate also through Japanese. Ay, ano pa? Okay, so, last ma'am, yes. Ano yung last natin? When mahimog o, okay. What's that? Kyotsukete okay, so yung kyotsukete o kudasai, yung wo magiging o pag naging particle na siya. Ano ba tawag dito? Yung particle o kasi, so yung wo magiging o na. So, particle o, kasi yan, nagre-refer to a direct object. So, the word or the noun before o is the direct object of the sentence. In this case, sa kyotsukete, hindi siya direct object. It's a phrase talaga na for take care. Okay? So, hindi siya particle dito. Though, para siyang particle, pero ang pagbasa is kiyo, kiwo, tsukete kudasai, ganon. Pero ang pag-pronounce mo, wag kiwo tsukete kudasai. Yung sabi ko kanina sa video, you must pronounce it with kyotsukete. Okay? Kyotsukete kudasai. Okay? So, dito, yung about particles, later na natin yun malilesson about direct object. Okay? So, for that, wala muna ngayon. Kasi hahaba yung Ay, okay. Ay, domo. Ay, who else? No more? Okay, so naintindihan yan ha? Okay, so let's have, is Errol John Coronado here? Moshi moshi? I can't unmute man. Ay. Okay, Errol John? Wala. So, he's not around. Okay, let's have Joash Colomer. Moshi moshi. Hi. Moshi moshi, can I hear your voice? Joash Colomer. Di man kasi ako maka-unmute. Okay, moshi moshi. Ha? Dito pala nag-chat. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's choose another. Kobe or Kobe Sumpia. Moshi moshi. Daot po ang mic. Tinuan ang daot po mic. Kobe wala, so Kobe is not around. But nandito, okay? So andito si Kobe Sumpia, but the presence is not here. Next. Ronel Cruz Villamil. Moshi moshi. Okay? By the way, yung moshi moshi pala, it's like hello. Okay? But, ano yon? Sa telephone lang ginagamit or parang anuhin siya, you call someone's attention, di ba? Pwede rin sumimasen, di ba? Pag, for example, you call someone's attention, sumimasen pag malayo. Pero pag sa telephone, that is hello. Okay? Moshi moshi. Ay, sana si Ronel Chris? Wala rin. Guba po ng mic. Binuwang man mo eh. Ko. Ay, let's have. Blood Ryan. Kulango. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Ay, moshi moshi. Wala rin. Si Blood Ryan. Moshi moshi.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi, Blood Ryan. Okay, what's the Nihongo for... ano nga yun? Malistahan ko. Wait lang ha, tignan ko. Ito. Nihongo for saying before eating your food. Blood. Okay, what's the Nihongo na ano yung sasabihin mo in Nihongo before eating a food? Before eating a meal?
Itadakimasu.
Hi, okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi. Very good. Hi, yoku dekimashita. Okay, so that's itadakimasu. Hi. Let's have other. Is this Jean Junior Gulanes or Jenne? Is that Jean? Moshi moshi. Ay, okay. Jean-sang. Ay, so para kang ano pala to? Papa ni ni Gon, diba? Si Jean Fricks. Okay, hi. Anyway. Okay, so Jean-sang. Eto. What's the Nihongo for saying I'll be going first? Okay, so, tapos ka na sa work, pero yung iba nag-overtime, pero ayaw mo mag-overtime, gusto mo nang umuwi. So, what will you say to the people na nag-overtime? Osaki ni? Hi, okay. So, osaki ni is like plain style. Pwede rin yun. Yeah, osaki ni, pero since nasa nasa workplace, okay, so you should use formal style. Okay, that is osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. Okay, shitsurei shimasu. Again, Jean. Ay, osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. Hi, shitsurei shimasu. Okay, so let's practice on our intonations, pronunciations. Okay. So that's how you say in Nihongo for I'll be going first. Osaki ni shitsurei shimasu. Okay? Hi. Last one. Or let's say, tingnan lang natin. Hi, John Christian Prieto. Moshi moshi.
Hello,
Hi.
ma'am.
Hi, hello. Grabe tingog. Okay. Hi, what's the Nihongo for saying congratulations? Congratulations. In Nihongo. Omedeto.
Kudasai.
Anong kudasai?
Omedeto, ma'am. Omedeto.
Yeah, you can say omedeto, but that is in plain style. How about the formal style? Omedeto. Anong kasunod nun?
Omedetou gozaimasu.
Hi, okay. Yoku dekimashita. Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay? Omedetou gozaimasu is congratulations in English. Okay? Hi. Sino pa? Sino pang nakinig? Ang hindi nakinig, hindi makakasagot. Okay. Eto, let's have Laini Antoinette. Hindi ko mabasa yung apelyido niya. Kay Laini Antoinette, ito yun. Pisao? Pisao?
Pisaw po, ma'am.
Okay, Pisao. Hi! Eto, how about how to say in Nihongo, I am full. Okay, busog na ako. That is?
Sorry, ma'am. Wala ko ka-remember.
Okay, so Laini forgot. Okay, so wasurimashita tte. Eto, let's help. Laini, let's have, sino ba dito? Rico Daniel. Rico Daniel Katakutan? Katakutan ba to? Yes. Moshi Moshi? Wala. It's not around. Wala. Okay, let's have, sino ba ito? Giancarlo Marquez. Moshi Moshi? Wala rin? Saan ba pala to sila? Andito pero wala. Hala.
Ma'am, pwede pa mag-answer.
Sige. Baka nahanap mo na. Okay, go, Laini. Hi. Ay.
Nakaipay.
Ay, that is onakaga ipay. Though, pwede rin yun. Okay, onaka-ipay. That's like plain style. Hindi mo na sinali yung particle na ga. Okay, so, onakaga ipay.
Onakaga-ipay.
Okay, so that's how you say in Nihongo that I'm full. Okay? So, onakaga-ipay. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. Ito, let's have Jesse or Jessie? Visaya. Is that Jess or Jessie? Jesse? Correct me if I'm wrong. Moshi Moshi? Wala? Wala. Okay, so who wants to volunteer? Sino gustong magsagot dyan? Raise hand lang. Kung wala, tatawag ako. Wait. Sino ba? Hindi ko natawag dito. Cedric or Cedric? Barcena. Is that Cedric's? Cedric? Moshi Moshi? Asan pala mga mic niyo? Hala sila. Okay, Cedric, Moshi Moshi. Wala rin mic to? Sino pa ba? Ito. Jeno Nicolas. Halos lalaki pala dito, no? IT kasi. Okay. Hi, Jeno Nicolas. Is he here?
Yes, ma'am.
Ayun, okay. Hi, Jeno Nicolas. What's the Nihongo for saying, let's say, happy birthday? Happy birthday. That is?
Wait lang, ma'am. Ina-recall ko pa, ma'am.
Okay, go. Hi, machimasu. Okay, machimasu is, I'll wait.
Ay, okay.
Wag lang abutin hanggang bukas, ha?
Dili ko sure, ma'am, pero
Pero?
Tanjubi umedat, no?
Ay, ano yon again?
Wait. Wait lang, ma'am. Pwede pass, charot.
Pass? Ba't pa ipapass?
Nakalimutan ko, ma'am.
Tama na yun. Just, gusto ko lang marinig ng tama.
Tanjubi umedat, no?
Ay, okay. Ay, otanjobi, omedeto. Ay, or, kung gusto mo talagang formal, you add. Anong i-add? Omedeto. Ay, omedeto gozaimasu. Okay? Or otanjobi omedeto. Ganun lang. Okay? So, that's happy birthday kasi yung tanjobi is birthday. Okay? So, otanjobi omedeto gozaimasu is happy birthday. Okay? はい、はい、ありがとうございます。OK、では皆さん、よくできました。ありがとうございました。OK、では、no more questions? 質問ありますか？質問がありますか? So, na-lesson na din yan, no? Anong isasagot? Kung meron, kung wala, anyone, acknowledge.
いえ、大丈夫です。
はい、OK. いえ、大丈夫です。Or いえ、ありません。はい、OK. So, no more questions. Let's go to another lesson. はい。So, the next lesson will be another recorded video to teach you how to ask questions, simple questions in Nihongo. Okay, what is it? When is it? Who is that person? Mga ganon. How much is that? How much is this? Okay, what's the price of this? How old are you? Mga ganon. Simple questions only. Okay, so again, I'll play a video. Then please listen. Hi. So, kite kudasai.
はい、皆さん、こんにちは。Okay, so our next lesson, I will teach you how to ask in Nihongo. Okay, so the question words in English, we have the 5 W's and 2 H lang, diba, sa English. But in Nihongo, you can also have 5 H, okay? 5 W's and the 5 H in Nihongo. So I will teach you how to, or what are the Nihongo words for those question words na 5 W's and 5 H. Okay. Okay, so I will share my screen now for me to be able to write and see it. Okay, so let's have first the 5 W's. Okay, so the 5 W's in Nihongo is the same also sa English. Okay, so 5 W's are the who, what, when, where, and the which. Okay, which one? And then for the H, 5H in Nihongo is the how much. Okay, the how. Okay, this how here, there are two hows. First how is the how that is answerable by adjectives. Okay, so this how here will mean you will describe a thing, a person, a place by an adjective. Okay, and then the next how is answerable by verbs. Okay, so for example, how did you get here, or how did you get there? Okay, so the how for that is not the how one, but the how to. Okay, so later I will show you how to differentiate the two. And then next is for the how many. Okay, and then the last is how old. Okay, so that's the 5H na you can ask in Nihongo. Okay, right, let's have the 5 W's. First is the who. Okay, who in Nihongo is dare. Dare, or for, this is for the formal form. Okay, for the business style form or the much formal sa dare is the donata. Okay, then for the Okay, so isahin natin. Okay, so for the who, if you ask in English for who is that? Yan, who is that? Okay, so that is in Nihongo. Who is Dare, right? Who is Dare? So to ask that in Nihongo, you will just say the Dare and then the desu ka. Okay, it will represent na you ask who is that. Okay, so Dare is for the who, and then desu ka is for the, it's like a phrase na ang meaning is, it's like you ask a question. Okay, so that's how you ask who is that in Nihongo. Okay, Dare desu ka? Okay, next, what? What in Nihongo is nani. Nani or the none. Okay, there are certain sentence words na you will use the nani for what, and there are also sentences or question sentences na you will use the nan lang. Okay, which is also meaning na what. Okay, nan desu ka, nani nanan. Okay, so it the same. What ang ibig sabihin. Okay, so let's translate the what is that. In Nihongo, that is, again, the nan. Okay, for this question, what is that? We will use the nan. Okay, not the nani. Okay, so nan, again, the parang question, ano ba? The phrase for asking question. Okay, the desu ka. Right? Nan desu ka? Okay, so the same sa who is that. You will just replace the dare to nan. Okay? Right, next, for the when. Okay? When in Nihongo is itsu. Okay. So, itsu. So the same. If we will ask when is that? Or when is it? Say, when is that? When is it? Okay. When is it in Nihongo is itsu. Itsu desu ka? Okay. And by the way, in Nihongo, there are no, what do you call this? Question marks. Okay. So, yung question sentence nila, or the sentence for, question sentences, they are not ending in question mark, but still in a period, just like this one. Okay, so if you will write, you will just write a small maru. Okay, this one, like this one. So not a period. Okay, so it's a little circle right at the end of every sentence. Okay, or a question. Hi, next. Next of when is where. Okay. Where? Where in Nihongo is where? Doko. Okay? Doko. And the more honorific than the doko, or more formal than doko, is dochira. Okay? Okay, so dochira. Okay, I will show you how to use the nani here. Okay, so nani de ikimasu ka. Okay. So nani is what, and then de here is particle for asking in what means, or what are your means in going. Okay, ikimasu ka is or the ikimasu is the verb na meaning to go. Okay, so which literally means that in what means In what means will you go? Parang ganun ang translation niya sa English. Okay? So later on, malalaman natin or in the future lessons, malalaman natin kung kailan magagamit itong de. Okay? So, yan. Dito magagamit yung nani. So, you can't use the nan de ikimasu ka. Okay? So, in this sentence or in this question sentence, we will use the nani for what. Okay? And then, donata, of course, the same pa rin sila. Donata, but you will use the donata for asking. For example, you don't know that person, and then you ask someone, and then since you don't know that person, to be more parang polite, kasi baka mataas pa ang posisyon ng taong yon, di ba? So you will ask, donata desu ka? Yan. So the same pa rin ang meaning. Who is that? Okay, but more polite than dare desu ka? Okay, and then it's okay. Where is doko, dochira? Okay, so dochira here, the doko and the dochira is the same as the dare and donata. Okay, so you can ask where is it or where is it? No more. Where is it? Okay, so doko desu ka? And then still the same for more more polite than doko, the dochira. Dochira desu ka? Okay, that will mean still the same. Where is it? Okay. Okay, next. The last W is the which. Okay, which here is, there are two ways in asking which. The dochira and the dore. Okay, the dochira here is for choices. Okay, for choices na two or more. Two only. Okay, two choices only. So you are given two choices. For example, kore ka, sore ka, dochira desu ka? Okay. So you have two choices here, the kore and the sore. Okay. Kore is for this. This, and then sore is that, this or the. Dochira i desu ka na lang. Okay? Huwag na lang desu ka kasi para ma-translate talaga siya in English. Okay? So, dochira i desu ka? Okay, so itong i desu ka is an adjective that means good. Okay, good. So if we will translate this in English, which do you prefer? Okay, which do you prefer? This or okay? So you have only two choices, the kore and sore, this or that. Yan. So, pinagpipili the speaker wants you to choose between these two lang. Okay, that's why he or she used the dochira. Okay? And how about naman the dore? Dore is now choices that are three or more. Okay? Three or more choices. Okay, example, sushi ka. Sushi ka. Sashimi ka. Tempura ka. どちらが、どれが好きですか? Okay, so sushi is a food. You know the sushi naman, then sashimi also is a food. And then tempura is the deep fried, what do you call this? Deep fried food, foods. Okay. Then ga, hi. Now, because we have three choices, the sushi, the sashimi, and the tempura, we will use now the dore. Okay. And then for the ski is another adjective meaning like. Okay. So this sentence will mean, which do you like? Which do you like? Sushi, sushi, sashimi, or tempura. Okay. So that's the translation of this sentence. Okay, sashi, sushi, sushi ka, sashimi ka, tempura ka, dore ga suki desu ka? So we like sushi, sashimi, or tempura. Okay, so we use the dore, and that's how we use dore and the dochira. Okay, so remember lang, you will use the dochira for two choices only, and then for three or more choices, we will use the dore. Okay, so you can say na kore ka, sore ka, dore ga ii desu ka? Okay, so though it's understandable na kung parang ano yung ibig sabihin mo, but to make it correct grammar, okay, parang ganun, we will use the dochira. Okay, so the same rin sa dore. So you can say sushi ka, sashimi ka, tempura ka, dochira ga ii desu ka? Okay, so you can't use that, but use the dore. Okay, so learn the difference. That's how you use those two Nihongo words, but the same meaning, which pa rin. Okay? Okay, next, let's have 9H. Okay, so these 5 W's will, we will later on encounter. Okay, so maybe next day or the future lessons we will encounter these words. So now you can you know now what is the meaning. Okay. Okay, next let's have now, or let's go to the 5H. So these 5 W's will later on encounter. Okay, so maybe next day. this word. So now you know now what dare, for nani, for nan, for itsu, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, next let's have the 5H. Let's start sa first H, how much? Okay, how much? This means mm, in Nihongo, this is ikura. Okay, so if you will say ikura desu ka, that means how much? How much is it? So this means ikura desu ka. Okay, so it is usually used during shopping, okay, or you're asking for the price of a certain product or certain item. Okay, so ikura is for the how much number. Okay, so if you will ask, how much is that? How much is this? Yan, kore, それはいくらですか? これはいくらですか? Respectively. But if you will ask the price, okay? So iba na yung you will ask the price. How much is the price, diba? Okay. How much is the price? Yeah. Okay. So, the same pa rin ikura, but dadagdan mo siya ng nedang. Okay. So, price is nedang in Japanese. Nedang wa ikura de.
Ay, minasan, gomewa ko kakete sumimasen deshita. Nawawala si Sensei. Okay, so let's continue. Hai, suzukimasu.
So that's how you ask for the price. How much is the price? Then I'll teach how to create or make Nihongo words. Nihongo wa ikura desu ka? Or これはいくらですか? いくらですか? And then they will answer you how much the price. Okay? And then later on naman, teach you how to create or make Nihongo words, Nihongo numbers. Okay, so
Hello, naririnig ko? Kaya yung chat ko,
Putol,
di pa sisend.
putol,
No,
putol
na
slide.
wala.
Putol siya slide mo.
Yappari. Yappari, connection ba? Okay, wait lang ha. Hindi siya ko. Hello? How about this one now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay na siya? Straight na?
Apo.
Okay. Ay, salamat. Wait lang ha. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the counting large numbers. Okay, so later on. And then how much is the price? Okay, that is the how much. Next is for the how na isa. Okay, yung first how. This how here is question na answerable by adjectives. Okay? Questions that are answerable by adjectives. Okay? So let's have an example sentence. So meaning adjectives is words that are describing certain object, right? Okay, so let's ask a question na answerable by adjectives. By the way, for the how on this question word is the ano pala. Doko desu ka? Do. Okay. So do ang question word for that. Okay, do desu ka? Hai. あの人はどうですか? So in English for that, ano hito is that person. That person. And then, desu ka how, diba? So, that person how. So, if we will correct the sentence for in English, it will become how is that person? How is that person? So parang you ask na kumusta yung person na yan? Mabait ba? Maganda? Parang ganun yung answer ha. This how is that person here is not parang you ask kung kumusta ba yung kalagayan niya. Hindi ganun ha. But you ask for if you're asking a certain person, how is that person by describing, okay? Describing that person, okay? So let's have an example answer.
Okay, so that this question is answerable by adjective, right? Okay, let's have あの人はどうですか？あの人は綺麗です。So, 綺麗 is beautiful. Beautiful or clean in Nihongo. It will depend on how you use kirei in a sentence. But in this sentence, ano hito wa kirei desu is, I mean beautiful. Okay? So, that person is beautiful. Okay, so we answer the question by adjective. Okay, so if you will heard or someone will ask you, do desu ka? Okay, so pag do ang question, okay, you will answer it by an adjective. Okay, so shiken wa do desu ka? Okay, shiken is exam. So how was the exam? Do deshita ka? Okay, so how was the exam? Then washita ka? Oh, is it muzukashi or is it kantan? Okay, muzukashi is difficult. Kantan is easy. So it will depend na lang on your answer. But as long as it is answerable by an adjective. Okay, so the do desu ka. Okay, next. Then the how the second how. Okay. The second how here is the do yate. Yan, do yate. Okay, so in do yate, the answer for this are anything. Can be verb na. You can answer it by a verb or a noun. Okay, so for example, I will ask. Yung example natin kanina na in what means what no wala pa lang example. Okay, so let's have an example of doyate. Doyate ikimasu ka? Doyate ikimasu ka? Doyate is how and the ikimasu is to go. So literally it will mean doyate is how. And then the verb form means to. Okay, so how to go. Okay, so if we will what is this? Right grammar how to go. How will you go? Yeah. Or how will you go sayang ako, okay? How will you go na lang? Okay, so that's how you make a sentence or question sentence in Nihongo for this. How will you go? Do yate ikimasu ka? Okay, so you will not use the do imasu ka? Okay, no, but do yate. Okay, because how will you go will be answerable by, let's say, how will you go? If ever I will go by foot. So the answer for that, if I will go by foot, or let's say I will go by foot. The Nihongo for that is aruite ikimasu. So aruite is by foot, and then ikimasu is to go. Okay, just to complete the sentence. No more des na dito ha, by the way, for this one. No more des because in Nihongo, verbs are the last words in a certain sentence. Okay, so verbs also has what do you call this? Mass form kasi. That's why wala nang des after basta. Ang last sa sentence mo is a verb. Okay? So, aruite ikimasu is I will go by foot, or let's say I will go by car. I will go by car. Yeah. So, it's answerable but a noun, right? I will go by car. Okay? Car is kuruma. And since this one is, it will mean he will go or she will go by car. So yun yung parang tool or means niya in going. So the particle here is de, kuruma de ikimasu. Okay? So that's how you use that's how you translate that in Nihongo, yung I will go by car. Okay? Kuruma de ikimasu. So these are some answers sa dito. Sa do yate ikimasu ka. Okay? So kung maririnig mo do ikimasu ka, it's a weird sentence. Okay? So kung ikaw rin gagawa, the listener will, it's like, what? Parang ganon. Okay? So it's a weird sentence pag gagamitan mo siya ng do ikimasu ka. Kasi pag sinabi mo kasing do ikimasu ka, how will you go? It's not answerable by adjective, right? Okay, so do yate will be the right question word for that. Okay, but if you will say if you mean you'll describe a certain object, okay, use the do desu ka. Okay, so pwede na answerable by another adjective yan. Okay, so that's how you use or how you use in different situations the do and the do yate. Okay, so remember that. The same sa which. Okay, so maraming tatandaan. Though I know meron iba si some of you know na Nihongo, so maybe he or she knows this. And for the sake of the others, hindi alam. Okay, so for all of you na lang ito. Okay, next. So how, tapos na tayo sa do and the do yate. Next is the how many. Okay, how many. In Nihongo, this is ikutsu. How many? How many? Yeah, it's question na. It's question mo talaga na how many. Okay. How many? Yeah, so, ikutsu desu ka? Ikutsu desu ka? Okay. So, pag sinabing ikutsu desu ka, okay, ang ibig sabihin nun, how many? Okay? Or, let's have a example sentence na meron ng noun. Let's say, okay, ikutsu, by the way, cannot be used as persons, okay? This is for objects only. So you can say hito is for person, okay? Hito is person. Hito meaning yan person. But you can't use, okay? You can't use the ikutsu here. Let's say hito wa ikutsu desu ka is very wrong. Okay, this is batsu. Okay, so ikutsu is only for things. Okay, also for animals that is not ikutsu is not used. Okay, so for living things, ikutsu is not used. Only for non-living things. Okay, so let's have let's say ringo. Okay, ringo wa ikutsu desu ka? So, ringo is apple. Ringo is apple. And then, ikutsu is how many? So, how many apples are there? Or, let's say, how many apples? Okay, so, that's how you use ikutsu. That is only for asking how many object or a certain object is. Yeah, so, in answering that, maybe later na lang. Okay, so we will also have lesson na I will introduce you the counters. Okay, so merong counters for apples, merong counters for long objects, merong counters for big objects, for thin objects ang Nihongo. Okay, so hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na ringo. Ang ringo kasi is small object, so we will use the ko particle. No particle, the suffix ko. Then, so later. Okay, so that's how you ask or that's how you use the ikutsu. Okay, ikutsu desu ka? Or if you have a certain object, okay, so ringo wa ikutsu desu ka? Or noun wa ikutsu desu ka? Exempted ang person and animals here. Okay, so hindi pwede siya sa people and animals. That's how you use how many or ikutsu in Nihongo. And then, ano pa ba sa how many? I will tell you na lang how to use if you say how many people, okay? So, or how many person. Example, hito wa. Yung sample natin kanina. Hito wa. Okay, we will not use the ikutsu, but ito nangmin. Okay, nangmin desu ka? Hi. So nang is what, right? And then nin is for para siyang suffix for person. Okay, so we will not use the ikutsu nin desu ka? Okay, so but we will use the nan nin. Okay, nan nin will literally mean how many person. How many person? How many persons? Yeah. How many persons are? If you say how many persons are there, say ano. Persons are there? Okay, so that's how you ask in Nihongo for how many persons are there. That is, hito wa nannin desu ka? Okay. Then for animals naman, that is, let's say, what dobutsu? Okay, inu. Inu is dog. Okay. Inu wa nambiki. Okay, nambiki desu ka? Okay. Biki is the suffix for counting animals. Okay, since inu is an animal, we will use the suffix biki. Okay, so nambiki desu ka literally means how many dogs are there. Okay? So, iba sa person, iba sa dogs. Pag person, nangin. Okay? Then, for animals, that is nambiki. Okay? Nambiki. Nangnin. Nambiki. Ayan. So, you can't use the ikutsu for persons and animals. That is for objects only. Okay? So, let's say here, objects. Okay, so to differentiate the ikutsu. Okay, so that's how you use ikutsu in Nihongo. So marami siyang tatandaan. Next, for the how old. Okay, how old in Nihongo, or how to ask how old are you? How old is that person? Okay, that is nansai. Okay, sai is the suffix for meaning old, for age. Okay. Nansai, or the more polite form or more honorific sa nansai is o ikutsu. Ayan. So, di ba merong ikutsu dito and merong o ikutsu. Please listen very carefully talaga sa question. If he or she asking or if he or she is asking ikutsu and o ikutsu. Okay, so don't be confused. If someone will ask you ikutsu desu ka, that means how many for objects. But if he or she asks you o ikutsu desu ka, okay, o ikutsu desu ka, that will mean how old are you? Okay, so okay, let's say nansai desu ka? Nansai desu and o ikutsu desu ka? Okay, the same meaning. How old are you? So this one too is how old are you? Yan. Especially pag wala siyang topic, okay, so for in a conversation, meron kayong pinag-usapan na object, tapos he or she will ask later na, ikutsu desu ka? Yan. Okay, so you will answer the how many. But if you are, your conversation is about yourselves, mga ganon, so tapos sabihin niya, o ikutsu desu ka? Okay, that's how you answer your age. Okay, so don't be confused sa o ikutsu and ikutsu desu ka? Okay, so I guess that's all for how old. Yeah, and that's all for the 5 W's and 5 H lesson. Okay, so please remember these question words because later on sa mga lessons natin, some of this we will tackle. Okay, so if I ask, dare desu ka? Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nun, nagtatanong ako, who is that? Okay, so you will answer a certain name of a person or anything. It's a noun. Okay, so in this session only, I just show you, or I just taught you how to ask in Nihongo. Okay, parang ganon. So how to ask in Nihongo for asking who is that, what is that, when is it, where is it, which of the two, which of the three or more choices you want, you like, you prefer, okay? And then for the how much is it, or how much is it, how much is that, and then for the how, okay, so for yung first how is answerable by adjective. So you're asking to describe a certain object, certain person, a certain place. Okay? And then for the how, for the second how naman, the doyate is you're asking by what means or how to use this certain thing. Okay? Mga ganon. So in this second how, it is not answerable na by adjective. Okay? So yung sa example ko kanina, it is answerable na by a noun. Okay, so, or you will teach him or her how to use a certain object, how to use hashi. Hashi is chopstick, okay? Example. And then, or how to use pasokon. Pasokon is computer. Ano pa? Okay, so mga ganon. That is for the second how, the doyate and the do. Okay, so don't be confused. And then how many is ikutsu. Okay, so how many is for objects only. Okay, no, you can't use this ikutsu for person and animal. So merong certain question word din for that. For persons, that is nangin. Yan, nangin. And then for animals, how many animals? That is nambiki. Okay, so we will use the suffix for that. The suffix nin and the suffix biki. And then last is for the how old. Okay, so how old naman is, there are two. The nansai and the oikutsu. Yan. Okay, nansai is formal na yung nansai, but oikutsu is more formal. And please, don't be confused sa oikutsu and ikutsu. Okay? Hi, so I guess that's all for the 5 W's and 5 H in Nihongo. Okay? So see you later, or see you in our next lessons. Hi, bye-bye.
Hi, では、どうでしたか、皆さん。Okay, so, 先の実験のすいませんでした。ご迷惑をかけてすいませんでした。Okay, so, sorry na wala si Sensei kanina. So, at least natapos naman natin yung video within the time. Okay, so 4 minutes left. Okay, so, fast questions. Ano lang, mabilisan na tanong. Any questions, clarifications? Okay?
Ma'am, i-post mo man yung dalawang record, ma'am, no?
Oh. Sige. Lang. Okay, post ko na lang. Okay, so pareha nung dati, yung last na video, I'll post it na lang din. Yung dalawa kanina. Okay, so for everyone to see, kasi yung iba wala dito. Okay? Okay, I'll post it. Okay, so sorry for that. Hi. Ano pa? Any concerns, clarifications, questions about the lesson? 2 lessons for today. No more? Okay, since wala na. So, let's end our class here, and then next session, I will teach you naman how to doggy know. Not to doggy. The numbers, okay? Saying numbers in Japanese, age, okay, how to say your age, how to say time, how to say the the months of the year, the days of the week, days of the month, okay, or even the year. And then let's go to counters, yung how to say counters for small objects, big objects, machines, dogs, dobutsu, dobutsu is animals, for persons, okay, and mga objects, okay? So all of that will be the next lesson. Then if kaya pa ng time, I will introduce naman a lesson on how to say, ano na, yung mga how to create sentence na using nouns, etc. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Okay, so thank you for listening. 聞いてくれてありがとうございました。はい、では今日の授業終わりました。はい、ありがとうございました。はい、ではまた、いつだったっけ？また Wednesday やな？ Monday なやって。そう、また水曜日です。はい、ありがとうございました。はい、おやすみなさい。はい、ありがとうございました。はい、またね。